Today we're going to get into my first month as an SDR, the highs, the lows, I didn't expect that to happen, and all of the things in between. Hey there, and welcome back to Sassy Tech, where I try to provide valuable information and resources. As some of you may know, I started my SDR job roughly about a month and some change ago. It's been a lot. So starting off, I guess I'll just start with the training. So onboarding took about 2 weeks. They did it in a boot camp style. So meaning really teaching you what it means to be an SDR, how to be successful. A lot of the stuff that I did learn was more like a refresher. The course that I took really prepared me for this job because literally everything that we talked about, I knew something about. I wasn't 100% in the dark, and I felt a little more confident going in with that knowledge. So shout outs to Course Careers. In training, we definitely learned, the basics, buyer persona, how to conduct yourself on a phone call, how to write emails, how to do social selling. At this part, it was smooth sailing. I was like, I got this. This is so familiar. I'm so in my bag right now. Yeah. And then for my particular job, we had a trial campaign. So a little bit about me and what's going on in my life. My job is an outsourced SDR role. So I don't work for a company where we only learn one product. We only have one product to sell, or words are hard today. Well, because of this, the nature of my job is you have to be able to learn very quickly and understand the field you're selling in, the type of product that you are selling. Once you go through your training, then they get you on mock calls with people around the office. And this is really funny because everybody who does a mock call with you is going to try to be so difficult because they're trying to prepare you for the real world, people giving you objections and pushback and things of that nature. So it was good. And to be honest, their mock calls were probably more challenging, or in the sense of dealing with pushback, than actual prospects. So I thought that was pretty cool. I'm remote, so the first week and a half I did everything through a virtual machine, and then I was sent my laptop. Right now, as you can see, I have a bajillion screens behind me. Right now I'm working on 3 different computers and I am trying to get a monitor for the laptop because it just helps with workflow. Now, you can just keep the laptop. Some companies do provide more than just a laptop. They'll provide a monitor or whatever the case may be. Mine was not the case, but it's fine. I have enough for multiple people. So once onboarding was finished, it was time for me to basically learn a script. Now let me tell y'all a little something about me, okay? I went into this field I got this. This is gonna be easy. It's gonna be a piece of cake. And it's different. I was not good at this, y'all. I was not good. In the beginning, I was not good. My biggest challenge, seriously, was my own brain. When I got on the phones, I literally forgot who I was. I'm telling y'all, my voice was, I don't even know who that person was. It's funny because it's really kind of crazy how my whole persona changed, and I'm who am I trying to be? But for some reason my nerves got the best of me. The anxiety that I felt from not doing a good job was really, really weighing on me, to the point where I literally cried stress tears. I did, and I almost regretted doing this. So definitely combating those the feeling of anxiety and not being able to flow and talk, that was something that I definitely had to get over. I was so afraid to call, and it sounds so crazy now when I think back. Please, y'all, do not get into the trap of perfectionism, because I'm like, well, I want to make sure that I say everything correct. I want to know everything. I want to be perfect on the phones. I want to, I just wanted my first call to be like a book. Like, seriously, that's the kind of like insanity levels that were going on in my head. I had to learn the hard way that I had to give myself grace. Give yourself time. Oh my gosh, be a beginner. Just be a beginner. Please don't feel like, I should know this, or I've been doing this for 3 days. Why am I not perfect? Like, girl, stop. Seriously. So one thing that was kind of interesting, and it's kind of cool because I've been on different campaigns so far, I've been able to talk to a variety of leads. And surprisingly, they're not as mean as like I expected. I would say about 70 to 80% of the people are actually kind of pleasant, which helped a lot. Like my first book, the guy was so nice. He was just like, yeah, like put me down on the list. And I'm like, oh my God, I did it. Like I was so hyped. But anywho, don't fear the people on the other side of the phone. Of course, you're gonna get people who are like very stern, or like, I'm busy, and like overcoming objections will be a challenge. I had a conversation with a coworker, and he is like, okay, so just relax and don't be weird. And then the person on the phone won't be weird too. Like, it's all about you controlling the conversation. Let me tell y'all, it works. It works. When I started to relax my voice, calm my nerves, and really just control the conversation as much as I could, it actually, like, if the prospect got on the phone and they were like, I'm busy, what do you want? Nobody has done that. So that was an exaggeration. But if somebody's like, yeah, hi, oh, I'm in a meeting, and I'll just be like, oh, I am so sorry. I know you were not expecting my call. If you could just give me 30 seconds, I would love to explain why I thought reaching out to you would be worth your time, or something like that. Surprisingly, them being in the middle of this meeting, they're like, all right, I got 30 seconds. Like, so week 2, basically more of the same thing, just obviously ramping up more calls, more contact, learning how to prospect, pull data. In my first 2 weeks on a campaign, I had a book. Yay. After the first book, you're gonna feel so empowered. You're gonna be like, okay, like I can do this. Like this thing can be done. Like it's actually can be done by me. So another thing that took a little getting used to was booking meetings across time zones. Now, I work from home, like I'm in Georgia, and sometimes you'll be booking for meetings depending on like if your company will give you territories or not. Mine was just like the whole US. So I literally just had to like play this game of like, okay, I'm on the East Coast. I'm booking for somebody that's on the West Coast, and my AE is Central. That can be tricky, but you just have to build systems and try to come up with game plans and things that will help you kind of know what you're doing without having to think about what you're doing, because you're on the phone with the people. You don't want to sound like you don't know what you're talking about. You want to book the meeting. It's a lot. It can be a fast-paced situation. So I didn't really have a hard time with time management. I do a lot of things to make sure I'm on time. My Apple Watch is a lifesaver. I will set a reminder and it will tell me, so I make sure I'm on time to meetings, or I'm on time to, carve out time to do prospecting or whatever the case may be. What else? So you're gonna do, if you want to be successful, like I do, you're going to do a lot of self-reflection and a lot of self-work. It takes a lot to put yourself out there in front of people and to try new things. And for me, this journey really exposed how much I still had like fear around judgment, or I had the fear of sounding like I'm not smart, or, just all these fears and these things that get in your way of being successful. I had to work on myself, learning how to implement stress relievers like meditation, learning how to communicate if I don't know something, which I've never really had a problem with before, but for some reason in this space, I was afraid of being like, I suck, guys, because I don't know why I thought that they were going to be like, okay, well, you suck, you're fired. Like, they weren't going to do that, but your mind plays tricks on you, so you have to be able to control your mindset. And this is something that I'm definitely working on. So in this first month, that is something I've absolutely am working on. But overall, it has been a roller coaster ride. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, there were times of doubt and there was times of happiness and, you know, feeling really proud of myself. I think I've definitely got to the stage where I feel more confident. I'm kind of ready to take on the day. I definitely have learned a few things about myself in this first month. Overall, my day-to-day is simple. I hop on my laptop. I kind of see what my calendar is looking like. I plan my day out, schedule any meetings, change things around if need be. And then after that, I hit the phones. Once I hit the phones for an hour or so, I may hop on, you know, social media, LinkedIn, and just really trying to learn how to be better every single phone call, every conversation. I'm aiming to understand more. I'm aiming to explain myself better so then I can convey the value of, you know, the product and the company that I'm trying to sell. But yeah, I would have to say my first month was pretty cool. It was intense, but it's pretty cool. My little words of encouragement before I go, I just have to say, if you find yourself feeling overwhelmed, or if you find yourself like not feeling like you can do this, just hold on. You're literally right. If you feel that way, you're one step, like you're about to kill it, like for real, because it means that you care. It means that you care and you have the want to be good. So you have to give yourself time to be good, and don't pressure yourself into being perfect. Just pressure yourself into keep trying. Just keep on trying, knock it out, and all that jazz. I'm gonna stop talking so much because, like I said, this video had no structure. Just wanted to get on here and talk to y'all. If this was something that you enjoyed, please let me know. If you have any suggestions for what I should do next or any information that you would like me to cover, please let me know. This channel is for y'all. This is so you guys can get all the information out of me, as much information as, you know, as I know. And if I don't have the answers, I'm gonna just go find somebody who does. Let me know what you thought about this down in the comments. And also tell me, what is your biggest fear about becoming an SDR? Or if you already are an SDR, what has been your biggest challenge to overcome? Once again, thank you guys for your time. And I don't know, I guess that's it. Have a good one.